right here. Okay, just stand over here. All right. No, I'm gonna turn this here. But, you know, when I buy 50 has 50 cents each.
Yeah, that's up quick. Why do you have that done? I didn't realize that was up there. I took that one.
Oh, AJ Ferreira just jumped online.
Huh?
Comic Book King. All right. What's up? What's up? We're gonna start off with a little great song right now. So we turn that music up. Look at that. We know what this song is, so turn it up. Turn it up. Good. Just like that. You know a funny story about this? This came out in 1984, right? This video came out on New Year's Eve 1983 on MTV for this. I remember that.
Why is that a funny story?
Great story. Great story. So here we go.
A little generation gap between us, pal.
We got the Van Halen break. We got our camera women ready. We're going to get started.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to wait till some people jump online. We have our camera women tonight. We have Evie Rose and Zozo's Arena running the camera. And we're going to get started. Anthony's online right now. Anthony, what's up? We all miss you, buddy, all right? We want to know Florida's probably very sunny, right?
Your camera over here is blinking. The camera on the blinking.
Okay. No problem.
Oh, that is.
Yeah, you got it.
You know what it is? Fet's on. Fet, welcome.
All right, what's up? All right, so we're ready to go. Welcome everybody to Otto's Grotto, all things geek and unique. This is a Super Bowl special, all right, featuring 3 Men in a Basement. We actually do have 3 men down here. It's just not me going hand solo on this. So this is my mutant mansion, and I am the Professor Xavier of this mansion. To my right, I have Mr. Scott Summers, Mr. Roger Levesque.
What's up, everybody?
I get to be Wolverine. No, actually, you're Hank McCoy, buddy.
You're Hank McCoy.
You're Hank McCoy.
You are Hank McCoy.
You're Hank McCoy.
Dude, what do you? I thought I'd be Wolverine.
All right, well, you can be Wolverine too, okay? We have Wolverine in the background here, the executive producer, Bernie 1869, and we've got probably about an hour, maybe 75 minutes of great comic book stuff to talk to you. Turn it down a little bit more, Zoe, and we're going to turn off Van Halen a little bit, but Evelyn is going to run the comments, so we're going to talk about what's going on. So if this show ends, by the time we're done, please jump on YouTube for 3 Men in a Basement, and then we'll get started.
All one word.
All one word.
3 Men in a Basement, no
all one
spaces
word.
on YouTube.
Please do that. So it is Super Bowl weekend. We are very excited to be here. We got a great weekend in store, so let's just get started. What's that?
We'll be back Sunday.
We'll be back Sunday. That's right.
Comic Book King says it's frozen for me. Anyone else?
All right.
Yeah, it's frozen for me too.
All right. So it's working for Roger.
No, the picture's frozen.
The quotes are working. The picture's not.
The picture's not. All right. So let me see.
You do, Ev.
Hold on.
All right.
I have an idea.
All right. We're going to work on some technical difficulties right here. That's what happens.
Camera woman.
You know? That's what happens.
My face.
All right.
Just like now. Try now.
All
Well,
right.
there's a little bit of a delay. So.
All right. So we're going to hold
Still
off,
see
but if I
everything.
have to,
You're wasting.
what's that?
Oh, you're still live on YouTube though, right?
Right. I'm still live on YouTube, but I do want to get Instagram up and running.
It's good.
So
Thank you, Wonkers.
we're good, Mr. Walkers. We're good.
I don't see it.
Yeah, you don't see it. All right. So
Actually, yeah.
no.
My face. You'll see it.
No, it keeps freezing.
Okay. All right.
Might
So
be something with that YouTube thing going on. I think
Oh,
I paused it.
that's where it freezes.
you paused what?
I paused the screen and then it went back on.
all right. Are we live right now, Ev?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's still going.
So does anybody see our shining faces? No. All right. So Ev, let me do something right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off our live feed and I'm going to start over again. Okay.
right.
So let's try if that works.
Oh,
All right.
God.
You know, you can't make this stuff up.
It's not perfect.
It's not perfect.
That's what makes it great.
That's right.
Turn your Wi-Fi off. Everybody turn your Wi-Fi off.
It has nothing to do with life.
Yeah, because this connection is slow. I'll turn mine off. So that.
Hey Siri, turn off Wi-Fi.
Turn mine off.
I turned off Wi-Fi.
All right. What do you want to do with this?
Turn yours off.
You don't want a chair at all?
Because
Of course I do.
the Wi-Fi's not working.
All right.
Yay, I have a better chair.
This is going to be great for bloopers.
Bloopers. Hope you saved that.
Hi, YouTube.
Everybody's watching. That's great. All
How many
right.
viewers we get on YouTube?
I don't know. Is there any? How do you tell on this?
How many people are watching?
I don't know. Where's it in?
Or you stopped it though, right?
Oh, jeez, that's scary.
One watching.
All right.
Found it.
This phone. You already have tape on that thing?
It's been perfect. Sometimes we gotta have bloopers. We back on?
Well, we're going live right now. Try it again.
It's good. It's going.
All right. Well, we're going live right now. Try it again.
Oh, that's not what I want to do. I want to turn the volume down.
I can't really.
You gonna push it up?
Yeah.
I think
Or
we're good.
down. Or, yeah, that's fine.
She can handle it. Come on. The food down.
All right. There we go. Let's get this thing started. Come on.
All right.
All right. So, again, I did introductions. Welcome to Otto's Grotto, all things geek and unique, featuring 3 Men in a Basement. I am Professor X to this mansion. I have my Scott Summers, Bernie 1869 here. This is Roger Levesque. Bernie 1869 is going to play the role of Wolverine now, okay? So, I do want to give a couple shout-outs. Some shout-outs that I want to give out is to Chris Shaver right now, who has been a good friend of mine. He's running some really good raffles. And he's got an Amazing Spider-Man 20 that he's raffling off, which is the first appearance of Scorpion. I believe it's like an 8. It's at least an 8, and he's raffling it off for $10 a spot. Please jump on that raffle. That's great.
Is it
also, graded 8. Yeah, slabbed 8.
Oh, nice.
Also, our good friend Ex-Illusionary, Mr. Eric, is out there right now. I want to give a shout out to him, too. He's raffling off some good books. 2 Punisher books in one raffle, 2 ASM 129s. He's also got a ASM 300 lot of books, and he's got some other stuff. And also, Gem Mint is raffling off a big X-Men book and also some Star Wars books. So those are the shout-outs that I want to give out. And we're going to get started with what we want to talk about. So this is Comic Book Talk. We're real happy to be here. So let's get started with what we want to go with. So what I thought was really funny, Gem Mint did this story on his thing on his show about comic books, 3 comic books that if you were stuck on a deserted island, what would be 3 comic book arcs you would want to have? Not full runs.
Why do all the islands have to be deserted?
I know. That's,
I mean, why can't there be plenty of food and drink and
Right.
families and women for us?
right. Well,
But
Right.
I only get to bring 3 stories with me
you only
forever.
have 3 comic books that you're going to read for the rest of
So-
our life. You know, when we talked about this last night, you're like, this is kind of depressing,
I
right?
don't want to be deserted by myself.
Well,
It might
no,
be magazines instead of comics.
The comic books will get you through it. You know what I mean? So I have some books. Roger has some books.
I do.
Pat Howe has some books. So why don't you get started, buddy? What are we gonna?
All right, so,
where to go? Can you
first-
put your phone right here so I can see?
Yeah,
Please,
so the first story I'm taking with me
yeah.
is my favorite. Everybody knows Carnage, my guy. I mean, this is the first appearance. It's only 3 books, but I love the story.
Yeah.
How can you beat it? Carnage is born from a spawn of Venom.
Yep.
And I don't know how many people know the story,
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna kind of background.
Yeah.
There's so in Amazing Spider-Man 347,
Right.
Venom thinks he kills Spider-Man.
Okay.
Spider-Man tricks him into thinking that.
That's the cover where he's holding.
Right, he's holding the skull with the mask that's falling apart. Spider-Man realizes that the only reason Venom constantly comes at him is the only thing Venom wants is Spider-Man dead. So they go to fight on this deserted island. Perfect for this.
Perfect.
They go on
On a
this
deserted island
deserted
with
island,
this comic book.
right? And they fight, and Spider-Man realizes if I don't make it look like I'm dead, this guy's never gonna stop. So he makes it look like he's dead. He escapes to a ship that's passing by the island. Venom says, Spider-Man's dead. I'm good here. I got an island. I got coconuts, whatever. and the Venom suit they're just hanging out. So as part of this story, Spider-Man realizes he cannot beat Carnage. So he goes back to this island with the Human Torch and decides he's going to ask Venom for help.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
So he goes back and he gets Venom. Venom first doesn't believe it's him. They use the sound, the echo sound from one of the Fantastic Four ships to try and control Venom. He talks him into coming back with him. Together they defeat Carnage.
Oh my God.
Spider-Man turns on him. Uses Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic, of course.
Mr. Fantastic shows up, traps Venom. He realizes the Spider-Man set him up. Boom! They get rid of Carnage.
Right.
They get rid of Venom. Great story.
Yeah.
I love Carnage. I can't wait to see him on the big
Right. Now,
screen.
you a bigger Venom fan or Carnage fan?
Carnage, absolutely.
Carnage,
Oh, yeah.
really?
Oh,
Cletus
yeah.
Cassidy, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Cletus Cassidy. Now, whether or not, I just a side note, I just know that Venom just wrapped. So they've been real tight-lipped about what's going on at that. Will Carnage make an appearance
He's
in that?
got to. If he doesn't,
he's got to, right?
If he doesn't, he'll be
He's got it.
disappointed.
It's disappointing.
It'd be like,
right.
if I expect an 8.0 and it comes back at 6.0,
Like a 4.
I'm just disappointed.
Yeah,
And if Carnage
right.
doesn't make...
Is Spider-Man gonna make it?
well, I don't really care about Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't
But-
expect him to make an appearance this time.
Cameo.
Yeah.
You think maybe the Peter Parker?
How are they gonna get his hatred for?
Right. Well, he's got to. It's gonna.
Well, maybe, but they're not necessarily going with that. Then.
Yeah. Right.
They're
Right.
talking about they're going.
You're getting a phone call.
I'm getting a phone.
Mr. Borgata.
Oh Jesus!
So
well,
he's gonna
that's
have to
okay.
wait.
He's gonna have to wait. Don't touch anything.
so
Just let it go.
I'm
Yeah.
not. I mean, they're talking about the Venom.
The video paused.
I know. 'Cause
All right. Well, the video paused because I just got a phone
you're
call,
good.
but it's all right. Okay.
the
okay.
what's the storyline for Venom that
the
they're going
great
with?
pause?
The
Oh, lethal
Lethal
protector.
Protector.
Lethal protector.
So
yes.
at that point, Venom's fighting for good. So who knows if you're even gonna have a hatred for Spider-Man right off the bat, or maybe they'll visit that.
Yeah.
But if Carnage isn't in this, I'll be completely disappointed.
Really? All right.
All
We
right.
got Mr. Wonkers that just jumped online, loyal follower.
Thank
AJ
you, Mr.
Ferreira.
Wonkers.
We got Mr. Boog, my buddy Boog online.
Well, no,
That's
he was
awesome.
for the first pause.
What's that?
Walker's
Wonkers wasn't here for the first pause. Wait till you see the first pause, Mr. Wonkers. You can't make this time up. Oh, Dollar Bill Bandit just joined us. All right, Dollar Bill Bandit. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Hope you feel, man.
Hope you're feeling better. Hope you're doing well. It was
Yeah.
great to see the IG community come together, and thank you very
Yeah.
much for joining us. It's our privilege to have you
Absolutely.
watching us tonight. All right, so what else we got?
All right, second book,
Second book.
Identity Crisis.
Oh,
That's
Michael
it.
Turner, baby.
Michael Turner did
yeah.
all the covers. You know what I found interesting about this?
I love this book.
This
I
series.
love this book.
I don't have the trade paperback. I stole this from Everett. I have the 6 or 7 books with all
Right,
the Michael
right.
Turner covers. Beautiful stories. What I found interesting about this is through all the stories and all the stuff that happens with the Justice League and all that, Batman is always a douche. Always. Like, there's no limit to what he'll do. Like, if he's got to screw over every person in Justice League and he feels that's what he needs to do
Yeah.
to defeat the bad person or save the world, he
Right.
doesn't care what he's got to do.
Why is that a douche?
Well, he's just because the way he does it. Like, he
Right.
just, like, he doesn't include anybody and he's just like, you don't need to know because you're beneath me. It
Yeah.
just always seems like that's the kind of character.
They are.
But
Okay.
in this story,
Yes.
it's the opposite.
I
He
agree.
finds out that
Yeah.
the Justice League used what's her name? Jesus, I'll think of her name.
Yeah.
But one of the other superheroes to erase minds of some of the
Yes.
villains.
Right.
Like they talked about one of was one of the Justice League members' wife got raped by one of the villains.
Yes.
Elongated man. And
yes.
they
Darby.
and what was the villain's name?
Dr. Mike.
Dr.
Dr.
Light.
Light, right.
And
Dr.
they
Light,
erased
great-
his
great
memory
villain.
and made him a blubbering idiot.
Yes.
But it was only like a half a dozen of them that knew that.
Right.
And Batman wasn't in on that.
Yeah.
And then they found out that there was a storyline that the bad guys used magic to have all the Justice League remove their masks, found out their identities. So they used Santana.
Yes,
What's her?
Zatanna.
Zatanna.
Zatanna,
They
yes.
used her to erase all their memories.
Right.
And when Batman found
So
this
nobody
out, well,
remembers anything.
nobody remembers nothing, but except these half a dozen Justice League. And in that story, Wally West and Batman are finding out for the first time. And in that story, Batman is standing on the podium, looking down at the Justice League,
Yeah.
going, "How dare you!"
Yeah. Right.
It's just I found it ironic
Yeah.
because usually it's the other way around. Usually he's like, "Screw you guys, I'm saving the world, whatever I got to do," and he was looking down at the Justice League.
Yeah.
So I thought that
Can
was
I
fun.
just talk about this book? I like this book a lot too. I thought this book was good because it talks about it talks about what people will do at certain lengths to get things done. And it was very cool. Dr. Light was a great villain. I remember him from the Teen Titans and stuff like that.
Deathstroke killed everybody.
Yeah,
like
right.
Deathstroke, Dr. Light hired Deathstroke to protect him.
Right.
And he just took out the Justice League like they
He
were
just tore it apart.
12-year-old kids.
This was a great book. This was one of the books that I bought before I was collecting comics. And I got back into the way I'm doing now. And this was one of the books that I'm happy to have. I love this book. I could read this book over and over again. Great pick.
Taken.
Tulica says, when's the next pause coming?
Oh,
Did you guys see the over-under?
Ex-Illusionary says it was a great story. Wonker says Marvel did that with their villain.
Yeah,
Did you
okay.
see what the over-under was on pauses?
no, what was the
I
over?
just put it at 4.
4. All right, what are we at now?
I'll take that
I
back.
took the over.
We took the over. Well, you can't make this stuff
All right.
up.
Said because Deathstroke's a beast.
Yeah,
That's right.
for
Who
sure.
said that?
Deadpool, look out. Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
my favorite. You guys know we did
Yeah,
that episode
that's right,
already.
That's right. Awesome.
All right, so my last story, brand new. I'm taking this all day. The Metal storyline
Yeah.
has been phenomenal. The Batman Who Laughs. Hey, listen, if you haven't read it, it's your own fault.
It's my own fault.
It's your own fault.
I
Okay?
haven't read it yet.
Okay, spoiler
No
alert.
spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
No spoilers.
I'm spoiler alert. Screw you. We're on book number 6 now. If you haven't read it, I'm spoiling it.
Book 5.
We have all these different multiverses and all these different things are happening within
Yeah.
the Justice League, and you find that one where the evil Batman kills the Joker,
Right.
and he finally really kills the Joker,
Right.
and the Joker's poison overtakes him. He becomes the Batman Who Laughs, and
Right,
he
I knew
just
that was gonna happen.
takes
That was-
over
yeah.
the world. I mean, it's just
Okay.
it's not only not only is the art on these books unbelievable. The
Covers.
story has been phenomenal.
Great.
The little side stories with all the different the different books between New Mutants and yeah, and they came up with the Red Death and all that. They introduced all the different Batmans.
Right.
You know, each world had a Batman who turned bad, and the Batman Who Laughs turned him into something. The Flash turned into the Red Death
Right.
Batman, and he took over the powers of all the different on all these different Earths. But even the little side ones, Hawkman and
What's that?
Justice League. I mean, Teen Titans. I would take all those books. And if I was forced to only read one story over and over again, it would be that one.
Really?
There's just so many books, so many little side stories, everything that's related to the Metal story. I love it. All day.
All day. Well,
All day.
remember we went to that comic show last year, and like Red Death had just came out,
Yeah.
and this kid already had a costume.
Yeah.
Like this
Yeah.
kid, and you're like, you don't even know who that
Yeah,
is.
I'm
I'm like, I kind of know who that
I'm
is.
like, look, it's Red Death.
It's Red Death.
Kid got excited. Somebody
Yeah.
knew who he was.
Eric Epmet, MD.
Yeah.
Eric,
I
you feel-
even like DC Metal, and I have no idea who people are except Batman.
Yeah, Eric
All right.
EPMT.
All
What's
right.
up, Eric?
What's
Good
up,
to-
Eric?
Thanks for joining in. Thanks for joining in.
You got
That's
to
awesome.
chill.
Yeah. All right. So that's your 3.
Those are my 3.
Okay, awesome. All right. So I picked 3, and this was tough for me because I'm a fan of just about everything. And so my first book was a great run that I liked. It's called We All Should Know This Book. It's Marvel graphic novel number 5. It's an X-Men book. God Loves, Man Kills.
That's a big
All right.
book.
Yes, this was a graphic novel. This is a great book. This book was so controversial at the time because it starts off with a bunch of mutants hanging in a park.
Hold on.
And-
It's frozen, so I can't see.
Oh boy. So again, so that's another pause, right? So I'm just gonna keep
Mine's
talking.
still going. It's
Okay.
getting back, but it's still going.
All right, so
Alright.
I'm just gonna keep going.
It's just your phone.
All right,
Alright.
so that's okay. So anyway, so this was a great story. This book had a lot to do with Days of Future Past. This had a lot to do actually with X-Men number 2, the movie. Great story, very controversial at the time, and definitely for mature readers. So I could read this book over and over again. It's one of my favorite story arcs, and if I was stuck on a deserted island, I'd love to have it. So that was it. That's my number 1. I actually only drew 2, I think. Oh no! So I do have a second one, and this book,
Deadpool says Dark Phoenix Saga is the best comic story ever written.
I agree.
One of?
One of them, and I agree. And I didn't want to pull that out of my boxes. I agree, and I believe it's fantastic as far as all the stories. It goes from the Hellfire Club to Mastermind turning Phoenix into Dark Phoenix. Fantastic. But I pulled this out because this is good. This is The Death of Superman by Jerry Ordway and Louise Simonson. This is when we first meet Doomsday, all right? This was 7 total books altogether. And if you were buying comic books at the time, you probably bought 20 books of when Batman died, right? Because they were printing so many of them, and they wanted so many that they're just worthless now.
Everybody was going to put their kids through college.
Everybody was going to put their kids through
That's
college.
Superman.
However, though, the first appearance of Doomsday That book has kind of stayed at a certain value.
$30.
30, 40 bucks, depending on if you have it graded. But that book has kind of stayed there. But I could read this book over and over again because as the story goes on, we eventually see what Doomsday really looks like as the alien. First of all, he kicks the Justice League's ass. I apologize for using profanity in our family show, but he kicks the Justice League's butt up and down, and then he finally has to fight Superman, and he just gives Superman such a pounding that he kills him, and that's it. So this was one of the stories that I could keep forever. All right, so that's my number 2, and number 3, I have 2 books. This was a story arc. This is by my favorite artist, Dave Cockrum, and this is X-Men 102. And
Say that without laughing.
I know, I'm sorry. He passed away, though. But X-Men 102 and X-Men 103.
Erickson loved Hellfire Club and Higher.
Shahar Empire?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. And
How-
Deadpoolica says, yeah, buddy, Eric.
Yeah.
Listen, if you bring these to an island, how are you going to read them?
The slabs?
You going to crack them?
I'll probably crack them. So much for being 9 too. So now they become reader copies. You know what I
once
mean?
you get the sand in
Yeah,
them.
yeah. Now they become reader copies. So anyway, these books to me, when I bought these books, they were so awesome because look at the Juggernaut in this picture right here. I mean, Storm isn't petrified. Colossus is the only one who can defeat him. And Colossus doesn't defeat him. They fight in his castle. They go to the next issue. Black Tom Cassidy is there. The X-Men have to come together. I could read these 2 stories forever. Dave Cockrum to me is the epitome of how I like the X-Men drawn.
Eric says Jean Grey is Black Queen. Deadpoolica says Best Year of the Night goes to Everett. Ex-Illusionary Comics says
Because, yeah, it's got
love these
Deadpool.
books.
Yeah, right.
It's got Deadpool.
But it's funny because Bernie 1869 just said, "What am I going to do? Crack these? Yeah, I'm going to have to crack them, or I'm going to be sitting on the island just ogling over them."
that was just
You know
like,
what I mean?
some
So-
people get mad. Well, don't slap them because you
Right.
can't read them.
Well, I do have 2 raw copies.
Yeah, well, of course you do.
Of course.
Bro,
Of course. I know. You're exactly. What do I need to sign?
That's
I'm
what
all
trade
by
paperbacks
myself.
are
Who am
for.
I going to sell it to?
You're buying
So these 2 books, they came out in 1976. Dave Cockrum passed away a few years ago. And, he started the X-Men off with the 94s and all the way up. So these are just 2 of my favorite books. So those are my 3 books that I could read on and on. There's a bunch more. Teen Titans, the Judas Contract, Crisis on Infinite Earth I could. But, I wanted to share these because these books aren't books that you see all the time. So those are my books. All right. Thanks for listening.
So it's my turn. He told me, I'm like, can I bring full run? So I cheated and I brought full runs because my reading is more orientated towards the indie or the
Snob.
creators, creator-owned stuff.
Yeah.
But if I did do comic book stories, real quickly, it would be Get Mystique from Jason Aaron right before Old Man Logan.
Right. Okay.
Hush from Batman.
Yeah, I knew that was one of them. I knew that was coming last night. Yeah.
And what would be my third for a comic book?
Gee, I don't know.
I had it on tip my tongue.
Fonzie says, did Pat talk to Fonzie? And Deadpoolica said, Mr. Full Run over there.
Well, all right, so I forgot the third one. The third one would probably be
You like the Batman story, right? The Halloween story.
oh, that was awesome too.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of good ones. But, let's see.
So
Number
what do you got
3,
there?
The Boys. And this is just for rereadability. Garth Ennis, you can always catch something funny when he writes. So The Boys would be my number 1.
No, let me see that book right there. I'm not familiar with The Boys.
Yeah.
Just that one book?
Well, no, I have the.
Yeah.
Alright, so it's a whole run. 1 to 1.
Well, yeah, because I can't really
No, I get it,
pinpoint
I'm saying, but
a
what's the
specific
run?
arc.
How many books are in the run?
Well, 72, and then there's a couple of
Oh, for the
miniseries.
love of God. You bring a long box, you?
You're bringing a long
What's in
box.
the backpack? You got a long box.
The boat goes over. And
Maybe I was on a boat.
Dropping it on a parachute?
Maybe I was on a boat that got stranded on a deserted
I don't
island.
think you understood the idea.
I was on a boat. I had all these books with me, and I got
This is very funny.
shipwrecked on
Shipwrecked.
that.
You had him tied in the bag.
Backpack
Oh,
with
my
4
God.
books in it.
This is
Pat's
great.
got a long box.
Brian K.
great.
Vaughan saga
You love
still
this.
going on. Brian K. Vaughan has
1 to 300, he's got them all.
Yeah.
it's 48, but he's also got Why the Last Man. He's got Ex Machina.
Yeah.
all those.
Those are good
they're all
books,
awesome.
right?
So that would be my second one.
All right.
And then the one this actually, I collected comics as a teenager. Then I probably sold it for pennies on the dollar.
Pennies
to
on
art,
the dollar, right?
To art. I had all
Who's
the
that other
McFarlanes.
guy you sold them to?
I had all the McFarlanes.
You
Now
had
I gotta
all of
rebuy them.
Unbelievable, right?
You know,
Chris Shaver
but-
says, hello guys, sorry eating dinner.
All right, what's
But
up,
then,
Chris Shaver? Thanks for jumping in.
Everybody's got their priorities.
Kid lived upstairs from my bar in 01. He got me into this series. I started getting back into comics. And 100 Bullets.
100 bullets.
My favorite
And I know one
series.
thing about this. I'm sorry, I don't know anything
The
about it.
guy gives, that's Agent Graves.
Yeah,
He comes to you and he says, there's 100 untraceable bullets.
Yeah.
And he gives you information on somebody who's done you wrong.
right.
You know, whether it's cheated with your
Right.
wife or, you know,
Yeah,
whatever.
whatever. Did you wrong
You
in
have
the
100.
past?
You have 100
I have-
untraceable bullets. You will not get caught. What are you gonna do with it? Basically, that's how it started.
Really?
Then it went into all of a whole series of just great writing between Azzarello and Russo.
That's awesome.
The writing and the artwork matched up perfect.
Yeah,
I mean that was my favorite series of all time. Still is.
fantastic.
So that was those are the series I would bring on.
Oh, there's some Funko Pops coming out. Eric EPMD said on the saga.
Really?
Yeah, you're gonna have to buy them all.
They look pretty cool, he says.
Really? Now, see, now you got the pops. You just like the pops. Then you buy the statues.
I
and
mean-
then you buy the 1 1/4 stuff.
Like I need another thing to collect. But
Dead Pulika says overall day easy money. Otis says Saga rules. Why the Last Man is probably my second favorite comic ever.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
all right, well those were my
I
three.
only need 3
All right.
bullets.
Right, yeah.
Unless you're Deadpool, you only need
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys.
All right. Awesome. Good books. So, Pat, can you grab me that Fantastic Four book right over there?
Which one?
The one sitting on the speaker right there. All right. Rod, your phone is jacking up for some reason. It's not.
Oh,
Yeah,
then
we're
you turn
lagging.
your Wi-Fi off.
I didn't turn my.
I turned your Wi-Fi up because I thought we would get better.
Oh well, that's
reception.
why. Because I
Okay,
got no
good.
service down here.
Okay. All right. So we all know that there's a great movie coming out this month, correct?
Next week is
Next week, right? Next week, and I'll tell you from what they're saying, the ticket sales, everything it's having great reviews, and it was actually something that I think that was on the internet that Pete's or on Instagram, Pete's Basement was saying that there was a bunch of people trying to like Rotten Tomatoes the hell out of Black Panther. So coming up, we have Fantastic Four number 52. We have Black Panther coming out on the big screen, and I think it's going to be awesome. I think it's
I
going
do
to be.
too.
I really do.
I really
You
do.
know what I mean? I think the
Looks
way.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's just like every version of every
Yeah.
trailer you see just
Yeah.
looks like
I
it's gonna
can't
be
believe the
phenomenal.
way they're making Wakanda. Wakanda to me looks
Looks
absolutely.
like you're out of space.
It's unbelievable.
They
Like,
got technology that nobody's ever heard
You're
of.
right. It's
Even
at-
Tony Stark.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. I think it's going to be incredible. I think Wakanda is going to be great. I think him as a main character is going to be great. This is his first appearance. This book came out in 1966, and it's just a great story. Very hard to come by. A black cover. I was very fortunate. I bought this book raw a few years ago. I talked about this book before, and I just think it's going to be a great Marvel movie. It's going to be a great tie-in. Black Panther was absolutely phenomenal in Civil War.
It really was.
You know, and
Just watch. I was a little thrown off by how far advanced their technology is.
right.
But I think it's what makes it. Like they're
Yeah.
this little country,
Right.
and they use the precious metals and
Yep.
everything they have
Right.
to create what they have, and they don't care about anybody
They
else.
don't care. Right. No, I agree with you.
Wonka says, Crisis is the best storyline. I'm not a DC guy.
Yeah, all right.
That
Yeah, it's
says
true.
Green Lantern Reborn story arc got me back into
No, I didn't
DC
read that one.
comics.
I didn't read that one. So, yeah, no. Hey, man, whatever story got you back into it, whatever book it was, they're all great stuff. So,
Listen, we're all on that island.
yeah, I'm
We're
telling
all-
you.
We're alone, but we're on the island.
That's so depressing.
There's a lot of deserted islands.
Right,
Apparently.
right, that you can add for your book. So, we were going to do a Black Panther review. We're going to give it about 2 weeks, and I'll give all the fans enough time to see it and tell us what you think. And then we'll get back to it. So, obviously everybody.
Is there anybody watching that isn't excited about Black
Yeah, I
Panther?
know.
Let me know. Let us
Yeah.
know why.
Right.
Is it anybody that isn't impressed by the previews? Anybody that's just like,
Yeah.
Is it because you
No.
don't like the character as
Isn't
a
the
whole, or
assistant, like one of the most powerful people, or someone
I don't know what's going on with my phone.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know. It's just going to be a great flick. I'm excited for it. Bernie 1869, what do you say about Black Panther?
Can't wait.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. Can't wait. I think
Simple as that.
Yeah, I mean, really, just all the different things that they have. You don't expect to see that. You don't. Like I said, the technology alone.
Right.
The spaceships
The
and the suits and all that
how they're gonna
different
do it.
stuff.
And it's all definitely going to, I think Wakanda is definitely tying into, obviously, the Infinity War. We saw
Yeah.
that trailer. We saw the people coming out.
I am excited about Claw. I think he looks. did
Claw,
we talk
okay.
about this
Well,
when I was, you
no,
know?
we didn't talk about Claw, but can I tell you, Claw in Secret Wars was such a pushover chump, bitch, okay? Claw was a nobody, man.
I've been looking
You know what I
like
mean?
crazy
Like,
for his first appearance.
you know,
I
I
just got it for $80. And
it's an Avengers book, his first appearance? FF? What number? After this one? Really? That's first Claw? See, I don't know. Oh, yes, it is. He's on the cover holding it. That's first Claw. I get it.
Art
It-
wants $80 for it.
$80. Well, you know, I mean, it's what you're willing
Yeah,
to
it's
spend
what
for
you're-
it. You
that's
know?
right. It's what you
what
want.
you're willing to spend. So,
Steve and
Yeah.
Otis already have tickets for Black Panther.
does he really? Oh,
I
see?
do.
These guys are...
Well, they're one
They're
step ahead of
our
us.
game. They're ahead of our game. So anyway, obviously 3 Men in a Basement. We are all very excited for this movie, and we'll see how it goes. So that was something that we
Yeah,
wanted
look
to talk
forward
about.
to the review, I guess.
Yeah, we'll look forward to what people have to say about it. All right. Now, this is something that I've been very excited to talk about. Because as we all know, as comic book fans and in the media and stuff like that, the shows are everywhere. I mean, you can't turn on the TV and not find a superhero show, whether or not it's based in Marvel or DC. So we have all talked about what we said. I mean, obviously we have Flash, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, and stuff like that. So those are all stuff that we've talked about. But there's a lot of new stuff out. And I picked a show, Roger picked a show, and Pat picked a show. And we're all going to talk about one of them, whether it's good or bad. And, you know, we'll see what everybody else kind of says. And it's something that we all want to talk about. I think it's a great talking point. So, Roger, your show was
The Gifted.
The Gifted.
I absolutely love it. I think with all the shows, with all the shows and all the different things that can be happening, how do you make it new?
Right.
How do you make it new? You got, you know, the WTXX with the Arrow and Flash.
Right,
Those
Arrow,
are great
Flash, I didn't
shows.
say Arrow.
Love them.
Right.
I record them, watch them.
Yep.
You have the Netflix ones, which you can't compare it to because it's like an HBO show.
Yeah.
There's only so much you can do.
Luca says Gifted is phenomenal.
Okay, all right. So
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Evelyn says
That's
it's
phenomenal.
phenomenal.
All right.
Unbelievable. I think not only it happens right from the get go. That's the best thing about a show. When you're watching the first show and it just grabs you in because the action happens right away. Unbelievable, phenomenal. The characters, all the different mutants that they're in there,
Yep.
the references to the X-Men.
Yeah, it's
like
unbelievable.
where are they gonna go with that? I don't know.
Right.
I don't know if there's a comic story somewhere that incorporates the Gifted. Well, I don't know. I didn't read it.
Right.
I don't know anything about it.
Well-
So I'm going into the TV show blind, as
Right.
in, you know, I recognize some of the characters, and that's about it.
Correct.
Some are new characters.
Right.
Some
Some
are
of them
new
are
characters.
new.
Exactly. So that's interesting.
And it's just the way they revolve it, and the way they bring in, the way they're being hunted, and the way they finally realize that they actually have to fight back, or else they're just going to be hunted until they're gone.
Yeah.
And then the appearance of what was the three twins?
The three twins.
The triplets.
The triplets.
The triplets work for who?
Legion is so good.
Okay. Yeah, Legion. We definitely like Legion on
Steve
FX.
said Legion was great. I haven't seen Gifted.
Yep.
Who hasn't seen Gifted?
Steve and Wonka
Oh,
says
for the
he
love
doesn't
of
watch
God.
TV.
Oh, gee, okay. Well, you know
And
what?
he's-
Well, you can't blame a guy
Luca
for that.
says you gotta start watching, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
You
So.
can't. We can talk about Legion after we're done with.
Yeah, but it was funny because we were talking about it, and I'm kind of behind on The Gifted, but they showed the Saviors, and the Saviors, you know, we all know who the Saviors were in the story arc, and then they also, the three twins, I haven't figured out who they are. I don't know if they're descendants of Emma Frost, but they definitely talk about rebuilding the Hellfire Club.
Hellfire Club.
Which is great.
Yes, like they.
Oh my God.
Here's the guy running it. The entire.
Apparently there's a pause.
There's not another pause.
My phone has been paused the whole time. So I don't
Yeah.
know what's going on with my phone. There's something
All
wrong
right.
with your box here.
Yeah.
Okay. Twins comics from
Yeah, Puerto Rico. Yeah, what's up, Twins Comics? Glad you're doing better in Puerto Rico, my friends. Yeah,
Walter
awesome.
says-
It's been around, huh?
Yeah, he was in Puerto Rico. Yeah.
So
So-
yes, I think that the Hellfire Club and it's just really good how they bring it.
Right.
You know, when a show like that goes deep deep into comics, deep into characters,
Yeah.
and they take the initiative to bring all that together, introducing new characters. It makes it
Yeah,
new.
it's very cool.
It's not like anything else I watch. It's not
Yeah.
like any of the Netflix shows, which are very good. I'm not gonna lie, I would rather watch one of the Netflix shows.
Right.
But for a network show, it's better than any of Flash, Arrow, any of those
Yeah, no,
by far. The
really?
storyline,
Yeah.
the action. I just
That's
think
huge. That's
I
huge.
just think there's more money. I think there's
I don't know.
it's you have a network. I think they're able to put more money into it. I don't know what it is.
Right.
I absolutely love it.
All right.
And I can't wait to see where they go with it.
All right, I concur. I agree with that. So, this is my time to talk about a show that I have.
Hated or
No, I have to talk about this. This is really big for me, you guys. I've really talked about this for a long time because I don't know. Like, okay, so if you guys watch a show and you dislike it, do you quit watching it or do you still watch it, right? Because there's bad movies that I watch that I keep watching over and over again when it's on TV.
Why?
Because it's
Do that
For
to
instance,
yourself.
because for instance, Waterworld, right? Waterworld is a
Oh.
terrible movie. But when Waterworld is on, I'll watch it all day and I'll end up falling asleep to it or whatever. But I do enjoy it in some way. Well, I watch some of it and then I doze off or whatever. You know what I mean?
that's why he
So-
likes it.
Yeah, no,
Puts him to
it's something,
sleep.
it puts me to sleep. No, but it's just something. It's like watching a train wreck. So that being said, I have suffered through all 8 episodes, and I bought this book just to show everybody of the Inhumans. All right, and here's the TV cover. Here's what it looks like. I've watched it. I've suffered through it. I've talked about it to my buddies, and it's awesomely bad. I don't know if I could say that, awesomely bad. Is that a good way to say it? First of all, it starts off with, they start off on Earth, and Medusa has her head shaved. Medusa has her head shaved, dude.
Bad.
Bad.
Why would you do that?
Why would you
Why
make
would you
this
take
one of the
one
most
of the main
powerful
characters
characters
and you're
and
taking
shave her
away
head,
her
her powers? So, okay, so
are we still paused?
all right, so her head is shaved, and I just can't believe it. Then they show Black Bolt, and the guy who plays Black Bolt is mediocre at best. They show Karnak, and I am a fan of Karnak. What's that, Karnak?
Terrible. Just
Yeah,
everything.
Gorgon. I kind of liked Gorgon, and they didn't show Triton for a while. So, and they did show Maximus. Now, I had high hopes for Maximus, Patrick.
I did
just
not
called you
watch
Patrick.
Inhumans at all.
Right, but I had high hopes for Maximus, right? Because Maximus played
Ramsey
Ramsey
Snow.
Bolton.
Yes.
So all good shows need a good
Villain.
and he should have been a great villain.
He was a
And
great
It's a
villain in
bad
Game of
show,
Thrones.
so bad villain works. out.
bad villain, good show, you know. And here I am, I'm watching this, and they're talking about Adelan, where they live up on the moon, and when I just don't know why the Inhumans had such a hard time. I don't know if it's because Marvel wanted to do a movie and couldn't do a movie. I don't know if people got on their hype and the comic book spiked.
The problem is they premiered it in the IMAX theaters.
Right.
And it got such terrible reviews, nobody tuned in.
Nobody
after.
watched it, right? And they did that, I think, to pay for the production costs of it. You know, then you had
And it
poor
backfired,
Lockjaw.
though.
Lockjaw was a 2-ton. I don't even know what kind of dog he was supposed to be. You know, and they did have Crystal too. I did like Crystal's character, but of course she falls in love with a human, and the teenage stuff comes in and whatever. But anyway, so I have watched it from beginning to end, and I still
It's only
don't
8
know.
episodes in?
It's only 8 episodes, and I still don't know whether I dislike it or not. So
Jump.
I pulled out.
Jump.
So I did pull out some of the books that I thought were important. I do not have the first appearance of Gorgon, but they did do his stomp quite often.
There's 2 at Arts.
Are there really?
Yeah, 44.
Yeah, 44.
Yeah.
Really? All right.
There's at least 2.
So I did pick this one up a while ago. I got this actually from, huge shout out to J&S Collectibles. I did pick this one up. This is FF36, the first appearance of Medusa. Great book. This is actually a great book because they're actually at a wedding, and it's it's the engagement party of Sue and Reed Richards, and the X-Men are in it. It shows the Frightful Four. You've got Sandman, Medusa. Medusa comes out of a cave. I don't know how that interacts with the whole story. Then right after that, you go right into... What's that?
Where else do you get your hair shaved?
Yeah, I know. That's crazy. So then I also picked up Fantastic Four 45. The more I look at this book, this is a nice looking book. It's a nice Mylar too.
Fancy.
Yeah, fancy. It's a nice Mylar, right? So anyway, so this is FF 45. Among Us hide the Inhumans.
Is that the
And
first appearance?
that is the first appearance. That is the first official appearance of Black Bolt, Gorgon, Karnak.
Wait, I thought that's the first Black Bolt.
Well, this is the first Black Bolt cover.
Oh.
This is the first Black Bolt on a cover. So yeah. So that was it. And then they came out, and then 46 came out.
Floating Head Friday.
Floating Head Friday. I never thought about that. Floating Head Friday. Jeez. And then you have that. So you have all the Inhumans. So the story goes on. They don't show Trident till the end, and he's kind of like an
Walker
assassin.
said Medusa was cosplaying as Everett.
She was giving maximum effort.
Yeah, she was. You can't beat this. You can't beat this. This is why Instagram Live is so good. You can't beat it. So I have watched this show. I have deliberated over it. I don't know where I'm going with this in this show. Will I watch it again? I don't know. But it had so much potential, and that's the problem because, you know, you wanted to see Adelan, you wanted to see Lockjaw, you wanted to see how Maximus, you wanted to see the mist, the Tarragon mist, and how the Tarragon mist affected him. The Tarragon mist was like a phone booth. It was a triangle-shaped phone booth that they put him in to expose him to the Tarragon mist. It was crazy. Black Bolt never wore his mask.
Wow,
He never wore his mask once.
Matrix is,
You know, right. He never wore his mask. He signed language, which I guess it's all you could really do. So maybe all in all, as I'm talking about
I haven't
this,
read much of the humans.
you know,
Does he sign language?
no,
He
it's more
doesn't
of
sign
gestures and stuff like that. No, you know, and ultimately, you know what? After this conversation, it sucked.
Yeah.
It's bad.
It was really
But
bad.
so did Waterworld. So.
No, Waterworld sucked too, but you know, will I ever watch these again? I don't know.
Too bad.
So Waterworld's, yeah. So
I don't get it. I don't understand how you can take the potential for something
right,
like that.
I know.
and
That's what I'm
destroy it
saying.
that bad.
I think Marvel has just ruined it because of the waiting period, because of everything. Oh, Deadpool just. Yeah, Humans was okay, not great. So Deadpool just jumped onto YouTube. That's awesome. All right. So that's my show. I'm sticking to it, and epic fail.
Okay.
All right.
All the shows to choose from.
All right.
What's that?
Of all the
Well,
shows
no, because
to
I
choose from,
because I was confused.
you
I'm
felt
confused.
bad for them.
I did feel bad. I felt bad for the Inhumans.
All right.
All right,
I'm
what say
jumping
you?
off topic for 1 second
Okay.
here. I was reading a previews magazine that just came out while these guys were talking, and I guess there's going to be Venom 30th anniversary variant coming out.
Okay.
They just did Venomized.
Yep.
They just did Venomized villains.
I'm making the money. Movie's coming out.
Oh, he's almost going to be as overexposed as that guy.
Yeah, I know. Overexposed.
As if he wasn't already. But I just don't. I mean, how much? Oh, okay. My show.
Yes, your show.
It's on Hulu. I didn't watch it. I guess it came out on Hulu weekly.
Bon Jovi song, isn't it?
That's just one. Runaway. This is plural. Runaways. It was on Hulu. It came out weekly. I didn't watch it when it came out weekly. I guess I was late to the boat.
Oh,
but,
so they didn't let it all go at once.
No. They
They-
released it one
Very
episode
smart.
a week.
Very smart. Very smart.
So you couldn't waste your 30-day trial to binge watch it.
Okay, but now I can.
Now you can.
Now I can.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
but,
Right.
Runaways, I read this when it came out. It's another series by Brian K. Vaughan.
Man Crush.
Yeah.
Great cover.
Bunch of teenagers, all different backgrounds, and well, they're all rich, so not different backgrounds, but all
Right.
different ethnic. There's a black kid, there's a Japanese girl,
Yep.
white girl. You know, everybody, all rich kids. They find out their parents are in an evil cult.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So but some of them have powers due to this evil cult, which is really
So
I don't wanna spoil
they're
it.
not mutants?
they're not mutants.
Okay. They're just kids?
They're just teenagers.
Regular
yeah.
kids?
But,
Are you two?
There's a dinosaur.
I'm a
Did you say there's a dinosaur?
There's a dinosaur from the scientist that. Anyways, I give the show a 9.2.
I don't
Really?
understand the show.
Well,
There's a dinosaur.
I don't want to spoil.
All right, no problem. Well, that's good though. That's good.
But
It's something you
my
enjoyed.
own- My
I can't
only-
afford Hulu. I just want you to tell me what the story is.
You get a 30-day free trial.
Already used it.
But the only problem I have with this series
Yep.
is the same problem I have with Captain America.
Okay, what is it?
Chris Evans was the Human Torch.
Yep.
He should not be Captain America.
Okay, agreed.
Also.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute, Steve-
Wait a minute. Can we have to bring up the Green Lantern?
Right.
That was
You're
different
gonna take
universes.
him-
Oh, that was
You're
different.
gonna take him away from Deadpool?
That was Marvel and DC.
Oh, that's your argument?
Well, that's my
because-
justification.
No,
Yeah.
all right.
That's your justification. That's very funny.
The villain on this show was also a villain on Fantastic Four. I mean, I know everybody wants to forget that movie, but
Right.
Yes.
you know,
Which one?
The newest one?
Julian Oh, not even that one.
Oh, no, from Nip Tuck.
Yeah, Julian.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay,
Dr. Doom
okay. All right.
is
No, but he's
the-
a good villain, though. I'll take that.
But
I'll take
he's
that.
great in this.
I'll take that.
He's the main antagonist.
Yep.
The first
The kids-
Fantastic Four or the second?
The first.
The first
I
one.
didn't see the second.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the kids find out. They snoop. The parents find
Right.
out. You know, it's back and forth.
Yeah.
The production was great. The music. I was always Shazamming the songs.
Right.
Trying to figure out.
Really good
you know,
soundtrack. Yeah, I like
It
that.
was
So I'm
good
going to
stuff.
have to do this.
I mean, the production was great.
yeah.
That was my show. Best show I've seen since Heroes.
Really, Heroes is a good show.
Heroes was great.
It was a good
Season
show.
one.
Oh, I
Season
forgot
one.
to say this about
Let's say
Inhumans.
season one.
I forgot to say this about
Making the
Inhumans.
show over and
I
over.
got something to say about the Inhumans. I like the fact that ABC uses a lot of the same characters from other shows because in the Inhumans, one of the characters that they used was Desmond from Lost. Now, Lost was 10 years ago,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Desmond hasn't aged. Like, he still looks like the same Desmond. Come on, brother, with his Australian accent.
I
Like,
love Desmond.
like Desmond has not changed. I mean, he still looks the exact same. So
Yeah.
maybe he was stuck on that
HBO
island.
does that too.
He was stuck on that
HBO
island.
brings
so-
in the
He
wire
was in
actors.
purgatory.
Yeah, he was in purgatory.
Yeah, he didn't age. So that was my pick. Runaways. If you got Hulu, if you haven't watched it, it's worth
Yep.
a shot. It's only 10 episodes.
Okay.
You can
Love
bang
it.
through it.
All right, there we go.
And then I'm gonna go read Now the Hunt for Wolverine. Wolverine's back. Another over that played out.
All right. So, pushing along on our show, we've had some other things that we wanted to talk about. So, we have officially all finished the Netflix show Punisher, right?
Oh, I was watching that.
No, you did not watch that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
watched
She,
Bad
one
parenting?
I was watching and she came home from dance.
Okay.
All right, not bad parenting. If I force her to watch, it's definitely
All right.
bad parenting. But
So-
luckily, she went. "Ah!"
Yeah. So, we have all finished Punisher, and Netflix just does it right. I've said this before and after. Netflix just gets it. I don't understand. It's incredible how they made this guy, who such an anti-hero, such a great character, and how he did such a phenomenal job. And the story had so many twists and turns. By episode 4, you thought you knew the villain. By episode 6, he was dead. By the last episode, finally know who Jigsaw is. It's probably one of the only shows. So there was a movie called Misery with James Caan years ago, Misery, where he was taken
The misery.
the Misery, right? Yeah, with Kathy
Yeah.
Bates. And Kathy Bates, James Caan tries to run away from this obsessive fan. So Kathy Bates ties his legs up, puts a log between his leg, and breaks his ankles,
Oh,
right?
just
Like you're just
I think about it now,
You
yeah.
think about it now, right?
Walker
So
says Bernthal nailed the ankle breaker.
yes, absolutely. Yeah, Bernthal nailed it. He's a great Punisher. I have to meet him. I have a great poster that on the side. But so that's probably once during Alien when the creature came out as a chest buster. Not so much. But in the last fight between
brutal.
Punisher
that
and
whole couple fights.
yes,
But with,
Who was it, Russo, right? Billy Russo, yeah.
With the guy that was in charge
yes.
when he took his
Oh,
eyeballs
my
out.
God. Right. You thought that was right? But then at the end, the fight where he just takes his face on the glass
Yeah.
and just
He's like, kill me.
Like,
He's
like,
like, that's not good
that's
enough
not
for
good
you.
enough. And I'm
Just
sitting there like this, I'm
crush the glass.
right? So
Ugh.
Would the Punisher do that though?
yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
He wouldn't,
Knowing that that's the guy that killed his family?
Yes.
Yes.
he wouldn't kill him?
He killed everybody else, but I don't know. I like that.
You
I mean,
know-
you got, hey,
I know
sometimes
he
it's
did.
No,
for
that's
the
a great question.
integrity
That's a
of the
great
show.
question. Right.
Sometimes it's for the-
liberty with the
Yeah, because they want the guy to come back.
Yeah.
right? I mean,
No, so it was okay. So to me, it was absolutely epic. Many people who I've talked to outside the comic book community absolutely loved it. It dealt with so many things: gun issues, political issues, PSCD in our veterans, and
TSD.
PTSD. Yeah, PTSD with our war.
PSAT.
PSATs. Yeah, that's my high school. That's my teacher talking. But with post traumatic stress and everything like that. Microchip was great. I thought Microchip was fantastic. You always kind of waited for that relationship between Frank and the wife to come in, and it kind of turned to the left and to the right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I thought that was
Everything
very
they did was
interesting.
gold.
Yeah.
Everything they did was gold. Every
Right.
part of
How
the
about
show.
when he took the glass bulbs and
put
filled
the
them with gunpowder?
and he shot it.
My God.
Just yeah.
brilliant.
I mean, really,
Brilliant.
this. I mean, we saw that in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Well, you're right. But I thought that was great. So that's my take on
Yes,
it. I'll take your
I
take.
absolutely think the show was phenomenal. I'm going to I haven't done this on any of the shows. I'm going to rewatch season 1, and if I get a chance, I'm going to rewatch it a third time.
Yeah.
Every episode is just something that makes you go, "Holy crap!"
Right.
Whether it's in, "Oh, I can't believe he did that," or a jump in the story, or how the plot twists. It's, to me, it was just phenomenally done. I mean, yes, all those others. I mean, my biggest not concern, but my biggest gripe on some of the other shows, like Luke Cage and
Yes.
stuff, they started very slow.
It
Started very slow.
Agreed.
The story took a little while to create.
Yep.
Even Daredevil, first season of Daredevil, I almost gave up on. It just took forever for it to kind of
It
become.
does. I
It
get
takes
it.
forever. This thing, forget about it. It was nonstop. Right from the get-go, you didn't need to know anything about the Punisher.
Right.
Because, and the greatest thing about it is they didn't spend the first 3 episodes telling you how he became the Punisher.
Right.
They basically just took the entire series and just kept doing flashbacks
Yeah.
to show you how and why he became who he is, how and why he's doing what he's doing,
Yep.
and his entire backstory.
Agreed.
And you didn't need to see him in Daredevil to know that. You didn't need to see him in Daredevil to know why he was running from the law,
Yep.
because they filled that all in
Right.
throughout the entire 13 episodes.
Agreed.
And every episode just drew you in, and you just, I just had mouth surgery, wisdom teeth pulled,
Oh, there we go.
right? Rotten tooth, wisdom teeth. I was out of work for 3 days. Thank God I got to watch.
All of those.
I got to watch all those. I caught up on all my shows. And the last show I was waiting to watch was Punisher, and I literally just binge watched it in the
Nice.
last 2 weeks.
That's awesome.
And I'm so mad that I waited so
Yeah,
long, because
yeah.
I could have watched it a second time this time.
Right.
Just phenomenal. Everything.
Phenomenal.
The story, everything, whether you know anything about the Punisher or not, you don't need to know. Some of these, Luke Cage, some of that stuff you kind of need to know a little about the character
Right.
to understand what's going on, because it starts so
Ooh.
slow. With
Then Pooligan just said CGC 10.0, Jen Mint.
Yeah,
That's it.
I'm telling you,
It's high. It's high up there.
just phenomenal show.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably watch it 3 more times
Right.
before the next season comes out. It's just that good.
Let's see. Bernie 1869. Come on. What do you say about this?
I liked it a lot.
What
Okay.
say you?
I wish there was more action throughout the whole.
Okay.
More action.
Being
The
thrown into a
Punisher-
cement pit.
Like I said, I don't think the Punisher would have let somebody live.
All right. So
Right.
that's a
You're
great question.
right. That's a
great
good
question.
point.
That's a great
Bernie
question.
says, "Do you think the Punisher really would have let his buddy live, or we would have killed him?"
Right.
But as part of the story goes,
He's-
you got to create Jigsaw. How do you do it?
Right. There you go.
gotta
That's
for
it.
the story of the next season.
Right.
He let that one guy live.
Yep. Agreed.
One guy. All right, take it easy on him. The one guy.
One
lived.
guy.
He
Let
could have
live.
thought he killed him.
Right.
And I know, but it was great.
Oh my God! It was unbelievable. Nothing glass. Look at this.
Just hear it.
People watching this
Just
are like,
hear
that.
it.
So if you're watching us right now on YouTube, whether or not it's live or not, please give us a couple thumbs up. That would be great on YouTube. I'm trying to build up that YouTube channel, so absolutely. So we all loved Punisher.
Across
The
the
3 Men in the
glass.
Basement.
Gross.
Give it 9 8s, 10.0s. It's just a phenomenal movie. I'm sure you're gonna watch it. So that's what we wanted to talk about, the shows and the movies. Now we're gonna finish up with some comic hauls. All
Yeah.
right. We're gonna finish up with some comic hauls.
Yeah.
Roger wants to go
I think
first.
I'm gonna start off
Yep.
not necessarily hauls, but I'm gonna start spotlighting some variants. Thanks to Justin Nemesis Prime.
Yeah.
Variant horror spotlight.
Oh yeah, I like this idea. This is great. Variant horror spotlight, right?
So-
Copyrighted by
Yeah.
Nemesis Prime.
Nemesis
okay.
Prime. All right, so I'm gonna do this one even though I didn't have it in there. I love that cover. It's the new Dark Knights that came out. It's the B cover.
Andy Cooper.
Right? It's the B cover. Is that
Right.
what? Apparently, it's not officially a variant.
Well, it's a 1-in-1.
Yeah, it is actually. It says variant right on it. Forget you, Bernie. Forget you, Bernie.
The 1-in-1.
It says variant. It says variant right on it. You already know I love the metal.
Andy Cooper.
Andy Cooper. I love it.
Kubert.
Oh, cool. Cooper.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kubert.
Kubert. Yeah. Joe Kubert's cool
Excuse
cartooning.
me. Excuse
That's
me.
right.
Excuse me.
Yeah, fondue.
All right. Love it. I can't say enough about the covers that have been done through this whole metal thing.
Yep.
The new one that we just ordered from. What was the 4 book that we just
Unknown
ordered
Comics.
from
No,
Unknown?
this is a whole other story from Unknown
That's,
Comics. Is this from one of those sites that I had to buy too?
There was like 4 books we just all ordered, but just phenomenal. I mean, are they?
Like a month ago, we all ordered.
Yeah,
those
it
books.
was. We pre-ordered
guys-
them. And we sent it to him, and he was like, "I don't go to those sites." So we made him go on. His
Yeah,
own.
and then I ordered it. The next thing you know, Andrew's like, "What did you just buy?"
That was the Delato.
Well, anyway,
All
so
right,
you have the
regardless.
different. You have Delato.
Okay.
You have a lot of these artists that are getting in on this story arc,
Right.
and I love it because, you know what? Yeah, it's to sell books, but the covers are just phenomenal. And unlike, I'll get into this book later. The art isn't there to sell the book because the story does.
Right. Awesome. Awesome.
All right,
All right.
this
Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn. This is a Frank Cho variant.
All
Love
right.
it. Not only because I was ready to kick 2017 in the ass myself. I just love it.
I
I
see
mean,
this. I think we talked about this last week.
yeah, we talked about it. I hadn't gotten it yet.
2017.
Oh, that's a great cover. That is a
I
absolutely
love
great
it.
cover.
I love it. Good Riddance 2017. Frank Cho does a phenomenal job with Harley Quinn. His normally his variants are black and white with the stencil and just pencil. But I just love his depiction of Harley Quinn. Just always gets me. She's hotter with his. I don't know what it is. Something
No, it's a
about the
good
way he
job.
draws her. All right. So I'm gonna give a book away.
Oh, really? How
I'm
many
gonna
people
give
we got
a
online?
book away.
And
this-
how many people we got online right now?
3.
Ooh, maybe not.
All right, I'm not gonna give a
All
book
right, maybe not.
because
Yeah,
Deadpool will probably win it anyway.
He said
All right,
that.
so
But it's Fat and Wonkers.
All right. Well,
those are the 2 I sent my last books to.
yeah, right. We'll have to hold
Last
off.
one,
We'll
you guys
double
just
up.
got books from me, so I'm gonna hold
Yeah.
off on that one. So what I am gonna do is I'm gonna talk about it. I want to know if you guys have read this. It's DC is in the process of reintroducing a whole new set of superheroes / villains, I guess. Starting a new age of DC. I didn't get the one today. I didn't realize there was another one today. I got this. I thought it was a great cover. The art is phenomenal. The art inside is phenomenal. It's I don't know. It's just like another version of the Hulk. It's
Awesome.
This guy is for 1 hour a day he turns into damage, and he's a soldier, so the government uses him as a weapon. And then he's torn between being damaged and being himself, and how he can create it. It's a lot like the Hulk. I gotta be honest with you. I think that if it wasn't for the art, I probably would throw the book away.
Well,
I just didn't get it. I won't be buying it. I won't continue it. It's a rip. I think it's a rip off. You might think different. But the art's phenomenal, so I'll hold on to it. I bought 4 of them,
Nice.
so I'll be giving some away.
Walker says we ask you a question and you win a book from us.
there you go.
And here's my
Yeah.
my variant of the week.
That's a great
I love
cover.
this. This
Really great
is
cover.
phenomenal. This is a Gabriel Del variant. Avengers cover of the Marvel 2-in-1. I absolutely love this cover. I bought this on one of those sites.
Well, yeah, exactly. I was
bought
going to
this-
say, you didn't buy that?
I bought this
Unbelievable.
at Midtown. I go on Midtown every Wednesday afternoon, and you're able to buy the books for the following week. And I'm glad I did because they sold out awfully quick. I went back a couple days later,
Really?
and everybody sold out. And I have no idea what they're going out for on eBay, but I won't sell it. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have this one CGC'd. Love this cover. The one question when I posted it on Instagram, so who's the guy with the lightsaber?
Right. Well, it's supposed to be Black Knight.
Is it supposed to be Black
It's
Knight?
Black Knight. You can tell by his helmet. So.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
no,
if you look
Black
at some
Knight-
of the depictions in Nova, he's got the same helmet.
Yeah, I would say that's got to be Black Knight. It does look like a Nova helmet. The waist, that's supposed to be kind
It's
of
not
the
because
version of
the
Excalibur.
cover doesn't have anything to do with the story, so it's not like they tell you inside
Yeah,
the book.
I know. But that's
Was Nova and Avenger? Yeah.
That
Yeah,
says
of course.
Black
Yeah.
Knight.
yeah, it's Black Knight, right? No, I agree
And
with that.
I
you
know
so-
there was probably 2 or 3 choices that you could have had that
Right.
they made versions of it.
Yeah.
Black Knight was one of them, but it is that helmet looks a lot like Nova, so
Yeah. All right. Cool.
love it.
All right. Bernie, you have stuff. I'm good with my stuff. We can talk about that. Yeah, we're running out of time, so
Oh, we're running out of time?
we're running out of Instagram time.
Oh,
So,
boy.
so here he comes with the short box. Oh boy,
You got a whole box.
this guy is. Oh, he went to the show. I forgot. I forgot about this.
I'm bringing my whole runs to this.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Actually, this is a lot. I went to a show last weekend. A lot of these
Roger,
are like
give me
50-cent books.
go ahead. I'm good. Go ahead.
A lot of these are 50-cent books that I'm
Yeah.
not going to be showing. But
Right.
the big purchase from
Yeah, I love
the
this.
show
Yeah.
was Is that in the camera?
Yeah,
Where
right
should
there.
I hold
Put it
it?
right there. Right there. Put it right there.
Batman 237.
Yeah.
First appearance of the Reaper.
Yep. Neil
Very
Adams.
clean copy, except for
Very clean.
except for it's got a rip in the cover up there. So
Yeah. Good price. Was it
Yeah,
an art
yeah.
purchase?
no, that was
J&S Collectibles.
J&S.
J&S
Yeah,
Collectibles comes
J&S.
through again. All right.
Yep. So that was
Awesome.
Oh,
that
we were
looks
talking
nice.
about Black Panther.
Yeah.
I picked up this set of Black Panther. Roger, you want to help me here?
He's turning.
J. Scott Campbell. 1 through 6 covers.
Wow.
Get it up close.
KP Henderson says, love it.
Yeah.
30
Actually,
Batman.
he bought that 2 days after
Yeah,
Kevin
yeah,
bought it.
yeah.
So Kevin, you showed your book, and then he goes, "Look,
I
found
think
it."
I think Kevin got it Friday or something.
Yeah, Kevin got it
Sunday,
Friday.
I
You
went
got
and
it
I
Sunday.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's so funny.
Oh, this was a Wednesday purchase at Art.
All
Both
right.
of them.
Yeah, yours is messed up.
First
Yeah.
appearance Friday.
Yeah, first appearance Friday. Who's that? Rocket Racer.
The skateboarding
good God.
psychopath.
God, Rocket Racer. Oh God, please. Are you kidding me? God,
And then I
long
think,
live the '80s
And then I tested.
or '70s.
Some guy posted on Facebook that Amazing Spider-Man 309 is the hardest to get out of the McFarlane run.
Okay, okay.
So I went to test that theory at Arts. I found 5.
Now, why though? What was the reason behind it?
They
Did he
just
say?
said Zach.
Oh,
It was
no.
Zach Rowe. He just said for some reason. Then somebody else chimed in. Oh yeah, I'm only missing 8, and that was definitely he was missing 8 out of the whole
Gotcha,
run.
gotcha,
You know,
gotcha, okay.
I put it to. I found 5,
Copy that. All right.
but I picked up just in case.
Just in case, I'm sure you bought all 8 of them,
No.
and I didn't get one of them. Oh my God.
Oh,
Yeah,
this
Ted
was a,
Pulico agrees. That
oh,
Kirby
this was a
pretty
dick
clean.
move.
This was a bad move. It was good.
This was kind of like. Well, I think it was a dick move on whoever did this. I was at
Okay.
Arts today.
Yeah.
I was looking through Uncanny because I was looking for something for Uncanny. Then all of a sudden I see his Ultimates, and you know how he keeps his things.
Yeah.
So I started looking through for an Ultimate X, in case there was one, you know, just happened to be.
Right.
And back at the Ultimate Fantastic Four, somebody stashed a couple of Wonder Womans.
Really?
Yeah. So, all the way, you know, they were hiding it. Was it you?
Yeah. Right. No, it wasn't me because I have them.
So I took
So
them
how
out and
many-
I bought them.
You bought them both?
Yeah.
Oh, you bought 1 and 2. Oh, that's awesome.
I bought Wonder Woman 1, the,
Yeah.
the newsstand edition.
Right.
That looks familiar.
Newsstand.
Yeah. Oh my, good
The
price.
one I asked for?
Yeah.
And then Adam Hughes, Wonder Woman 170.
Wow. All right.
So,
That's awesome.
how much time we got?
Uh,
Got a lot of time.
Oh, okay, cool.
There's no timer up here, so that means you have more than.
right. We started about 8 o'clock. What time we got right now?
It's 9:04.
Oh,
we had
because
that
we-
delay. We had all those, we had all
We had
those
the delays.
pauses.
We had the
Deadpool still on?
Yeah.
Deadpool.
Yeah, he's on YouTube right now with us.
Deadpool will say,
Love it.
That's
Deadpool will say what you say about
what is this one?
Did you just pick that up?
I just picked
have
this up
that one.
today.
I love that cover.
fun.
Rebirth. The Rebirth variant. They mocked DC. A 1 in 52 variant.
Really? Oh, that's great. That's great.
It's called the Rebirth variant.
Okay, the Rebirth. Oh, that's awesome.
I also got this.
Rebirth, very, very nice. That's what he just wrote on YouTube.
It's also the same issue. This is the 1 in 100 Liefeld, which I put on Instagram.
Really? 1 in 100. Where'd you get that from?
Same place.
Oh,
Newberry.
all right.
I
Newberry.
wait for them to get marked
there.
down.
You're VIP.
They get marked down. I got that one for 20 bucks.
Yeah. Yeah, David Nakayama,
Yeah.
solid artist.
Oh.
That gets
Roger,
no
you need to
love.
show this
All
one
right, good
clear.
to know.
Oh, a minute 57 remaining.
Oh,
All right.
56. Well, my favorite cover. Recent,
What
my
is
favorite recent cover, Phoenix Resurrection 4.
Yep. Who did that? Art. That's all right.
Manesh Singh or something.
Okay.
I can't pronounce his name.
All right.
But shit. Well, we only got a minute left. Well, we got a minute left on
30.
Instagram.
All right.
These are my 50-cent buys. Shit.
That's okay. I think.
50 cent buy.
Oh, I put that on Instagram already. Oh, we were talking about Legion.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Awesome. That's a
The
great
TV
cover.
variant.
The TV
for
variant.
Legion.
Love it.
The
Love
colors pop on this.
Yeah, that's nice looking. Yeah, Legion's gonna be pretty good. I'm excited for that. No, it's twisted, but you gotta get past the twisted part. But Legion was very
I watched
twisted.
7 episodes and just didn't understand.
They didn't get it. Yeah.
I know what the hell was going on.
Yeah, it's
1 minute.
all
A
right.
lot of Batman fillers.
Yep.
I'm only missing 67 now for my 200 to the end.
All right. Let me just do a shout out to one of my pickups.
Yeah.
And so, I went to this place called KC Collectibles in Gold in Newington.
Walker says a shot for every pause next time.
Yeah, I know. And I found this sitting on his desk. I had to pick it up. He gave it a great price to me.
30
So this was my biggest pickup. Green Lantern. I've been after this book for a while. I read it. Neil Adams, great storyline. We all
had
know
no
what this
idea
book
what
is
he had.
about. No idea. Well, he kind of knew it because he looks the stuff
That
up.
guy, the
Other guy. It
The
was
other
in
guy
a
had no
yeah.
idea.
It ended.
So what's that, Ev?
It ended.
All right. So it's okay. We're still on
So-
live on YouTube.
Post credits.
So for post credits, this is a book I was after for last year. I'm happy that I did pick it up. So that's it. Now we're gonna do another show, probably in 2 to 3 weeks after the Black Panther comes out.
Oh, I got
Thank you
big
for
books
watching.
coming.
We got a lot of stuff. I also have, you know what? While we're on YouTube right now, we might as well keep going. So, why not? So,
Can
I have
fill out
my Walking
printing
Dead
press
1,
next
2,
time?
and 3. I have my Walking Dead 1, 2, and 3,
Ridiculous.
and I have my Joker Who Laughs 1, 2, and 3,
Batman
all
books.
variants, or Batman Joker Who Laughs 1, 2, and 3. Either I'm going to get a CGC membership or Roger's going to send them in, and those are the next books that I get CGC'd. My Walking Dead, I think will come back at 9.4, possibly 9.6. There is a ding in it. Number 2 had some issues.
Press didn't take it.
3, no, press didn't take it out. 3, I'm hoping 9.6, 9.4. The Batman Who Laughs, those books, I'm hoping will come back 9.6, or actually 9.8. They should. Then I've got 4 books that I'm going to send to Chris Shaver to get pressed. Big books. FF number 4, Avengers number 4, Giant Size X-Men number 1, and the other book eludes me. Of all the,
You're gonna be
big
spending
time.
money on
Oh,
estimates.
okay, yeah. But of all those books, my Giant Size X-Men number 1 is so clean, I think it might hit a 7.5. And that's a
Really?
book, yeah. And that, I'm going to show it to you. That book I bought maybe 5 or 6 years ago on eBay, raw, before I got back into collecting. And if it comes back at 7.5, I'll be ecstatic. Well, no, I would be, not necessarily, because I would just be like, I'd go on, I'd buy a book, I'd stop. Like, I was like, when I bought the Black Panther, I was just like, I haven't bought a book in a while. I like Black Panther. I bought that book. I sat on it. Giant Size X-Men. Hey, I got a couple bucks. Maybe I
should go back
got
to
a new
that.
job and stuff like that. What's that?
Seems like you were doing good when you were doing that.
yeah, I was doing good. So,
I kind of like this guy.
so we got 4 people that just jumped out on YouTube now. That hit it. So, this has been awesome. I wish things would have worked out. I don't know what's wrong with the internet, but
Worked out
that's
just
it.
fine.
So it worked out just
Well,
fine.
of course.
So
Can you
this
grab
is
me a
going
Yingling,
on.
please?
Yeah, I'll get you a Yingling.
Signing off.
So
Yeah. Well, this is like post credits. Anything goes now.
this is definitely
What are you
post-credit
still
stuff.
doing here?
Yeah, what are you still doing here? We're still just talking.
What's the matter with you?
What's the matter with you guys?
Get the foot
So,
off.
look for 3 Men in a Basement. Look for 3 Men in a Basement to be on Instagram probably within the next 2 to 3 weeks. Thank you very much for watching. If you're on YouTube and you happen to watch us, give us a couple likes. That would help out. And
Share
Raw
us.
Dog. Share us
Share
with
us.
your friends. If you know anybody, say, hey, check these guys out.
Any suggestions? We
Any
take
suggestions?
constructive
Yeah, please.
criticism.
Yeah.
Under
Constructive
the
criticism.
comments,
You
constructive
will-
criticism will definitely take.
You will not hurt our feelings.
Yeah, absolutely. When we run this, you guys got to understand, when we run this, I have a family of 3 down here. Roger has his family of 2. Bernie 1869, his son is usually here. So we got a lot of stuff going on. So this is part of something that we do. We really look forward to this. And thank you very much for watching.
Yeah.
And we are 3 Men in a Basement. Enjoy the Super Bowl.
That's it.
That's
Peace out,
it.
man.
Peace out.
Peace
Thank you
out.
very much. All right.
How is your phone?
Oh, for the love of God.
Hey, were you waiting the whole
Sitting
show
there
for
the
that?
whole time waiting for